Have you ever noticed that a child's potential is shaped less by expensive lessons or special programs, and more by the way they're treated at home every single day? A lot of fathers think they need more time, more patience, or some kind of special parenting skill to raise a confident, capable child. But that's not really true. In most cases, what changes a child isn't one big dramatic moment. It's the small things. The way you greet them in the morning. The way you respond when they fail. The way you look at what they create, what they ask, what they feel. And the beautiful part is this. The fathers who help their children grow the most are often doing very ordinary things, just with consistency and warmth. These habits don't require talent. They don't require long speeches. And they don't require you to be a perfect dad. They just require you to be present in the moments that matter. So here are 10 simple habits many strong, grounded, high-performing children grow up with, and the good news is every one of them can start today. First, call your child by name and praise something small at the start of the day. The first few minutes after a child wakes up can set the emotional tone for everything that follows. So instead of rushing straight into instructions, start with connection. Good morning, buddy. You got up so well. Nice job getting dressed quickly. I'm happy to see you. That kind of greeting does more than sound nice. It tells a child right from the beginning of the day, I'm seen. I matter. I can do this. There are 3 parts that make this especially powerful. Say their name, notice a real action, and add your feeling. Not empty praise. Not flattery. Just something true and warm. That combination gives children a sense of stability, and kids who feel steady are much more willing to try, speak up, and take healthy risks during the day. Second, speak positively about your child's future once in a while. Children quietly become the version of themselves they believe is possible. That's why a simple sentence from a father can stay in a child's heart for years. You're so thoughtful. I think you'll grow into a really kind adult. You don't give up easily. That's going to help you so much in life. You're the kind of person people will trust. Notice what makes those words different. You're not pressuring your child to become something. You're not saying, you have to be this. You're shining a light on what is already there, and helping them imagine a future built on that strength. The key is to praise character, not just results. Kindness, effort, curiosity, patience. When a child hears those things from someone they love deeply, they begin to move toward that identity on their own. Third, take your child's questions seriously. Why is the sky blue? Why do people cry? Why do I have to sleep? Why can't fish live on land? These are not interruptions. These are openings. A child's questions are one of the clearest signs that their mind is alive and reaching. And when a father slows down and gives those questions real attention, he does more than answer them. He teaches the child that thinking matters. You do not need to know everything. In fact, sometimes the best answer is, that's a good question. What do you think? Or, I'm not sure. Let's find out together. That kind of response turns everyday curiosity into a shared adventure. It teaches children that not knowing is not embarrassing. It's where learning begins. Over time, that habit builds focus, reasoning, and confidence in their own ideas. Fourth, treat failure like material for growth. Strong children are not children who never fail. They are children who learn that failure is survivable. When something goes wrong, many dads instinctively ask, why couldn't you do it? But a more powerful question is, what do you think would help next time? That small shift changes everything. It moves the child away from shame and toward reflection. Instead of feeling broken, they start looking for clues. Where did it get hard? What part was confusing? What can we try differently? You don't need to lecture. You don't need to solve everything for them. Just talk it through. Sit next to the problem instead of standing above it. Children who learn to look at mistakes this way don't collapse every time they struggle. They become kids who keep trying, and that resilience matters far beyond school. Fifth, let your child see you reading. Children copy what feels normal in the home. So if learning only appears in the form of pressure, study harder, do your homework, try more, it can start to feel like a burden. But when a father quietly picks up a book, reads for 10 minutes, or shows genuine interest in learning something, the message is completely different. It tells the child that reading is not punishment. It's part of life. You don't have to sit there reading philosophy for an hour. A few pages of a book, an article, a magazine, anything is fine. What matters is the image. Your child seeing that learning is something adults do willingly. That kind of modeling is stronger than most lectures. Kids are always watching what we repeat, and what you make ordinary in your home often becomes part of who they are. Sixth, when you come home, lead with physical affection. A hug can do what a long explanation sometimes can't. When children have had a hard day, when they're overstimulated, cranky, or carrying things they don't know how to say, physical warmth can bring them back to safety fast. A real hug, not distracted, not rushed, can settle the nervous system and remind a child, "I'm okay. Dad is here." Especially for busy fathers, this matters. You may not always have a full hour to sit down and talk the moment you walk in, but you can give 5 good seconds of full attention and affection. That alone can change the atmosphere of the evening. Children who feel emotionally safe at home often find it easier to calm down, focus, and recover from stress. Sometimes love needs words. Sometimes it just needs arms. Seventh, enjoy challenges together. Try a new game. Build something. Play a sport. Cook something complicated. Fix something that doesn't work. Doesn't really matter what it is. What matters is that your child experiences challenge with you. Not as pressure but as play. When a father says, "Let's try," children become more open to difficulty. They learn that not being good at something yet is not a reason to stop. It's just part of the process. And if it goes badly, even better sometimes, because then your child gets to see that trying, laughing, adjusting, and trying again is normal. That kind of shared experience builds persistence in a very natural way. A child who has many small experiences of, "I can try hard things," carries that mindset into school, friendships, sports, and eventually adult life. Eighth, praise with both facts and feeling. One of the best ways to praise a child is incredibly simple. Name what they did, then name how it affected you. You lined up your shoes. That made me really happy. You helped your little sister. I was proud to see that. You cleaned up without being asked. That really helped me. This kind of praise lands differently because it feels real. The child doesn't just hear, "Good job." They understand exactly what they did, and they begin to see that their actions have value in the world around them. That is how self-worth becomes steady. Not through exaggerated praise, but through repeated moments where children see that what they do matters, and that they can bring something good into the lives of others. Ninth, when your child is upset, name the feeling before correcting the behavior. A child who is angry, frustrated, embarrassed, or overwhelmed usually does not need a lesson first. They need to feel understood. "You're really frustrated right now. That surprised you. You're disappointed, aren't you? That must have felt unfair." When a father helps a child put words to emotion, the child starts to regain control. This doesn't mean you approve of every behavior. It means connection comes first. Being understood is calming. And a child who experiences that again and again grows up with a much stronger emotional foundation. 10th, display your child's work at their eye level. When a child draws a picture, builds something, writes a sentence, or creates anything at all, what they want most is not perfection. So don't just tuck it away somewhere adults can glance at it. Put it where your child can actually see it. On a wall. On the fridge. On a shelf at their height. That sends a quiet but powerful message. What you made matters in this home. I see your effort. I'm proud of it. Children grow when they feel that their efforts count. And often that sense of being recognized gives them the courage to try again, make more, and keep growing. The truth is, there will be tired days. Busy days. Days when you say the wrong thing, react too fast, or feel like you're falling short. That does not disqualify you. Your child does not need a flawless father. They need a father whose love shows up in real ways over and over again. In your greeting. In your patience. In your hugs. In your questions. In the way you sit beside them when things don't go well. Children may forget your exact words one day, but they do not forget how safe you made them feel. They do not forget the kind of home your presence created. And years from now, what stays with them may be something very simple. My dad made me feel like I could grow. That's not a small thing. That's the kind of gift that can shape a life.